In this chapter, we're going to talk about decision making and how to go about making decisions in a Java program. Decision making is important because a program has to be able to make a choice between different values and determine what type of processing to do based on a comparison of different values. So for example, in a payroll program, the program needs to know if the hours worked is greater than 40, because then the worker gets overtime. In a program that's checking usernames and passwords, the program has to see if a password matches the chosen password based on the username. So decision making is quite crucial to programs. In this first lesson, we're going to talk about the relational operators. These are the operators that let us compare two values to see if they're the same, or if one is greater than the other, or if one is less than the other. Lots of different comparisons. So let's look at those comparison operators, also called the relational operators. Now, what I've done is I've got a program started, and I'm going to discuss the operators within this comment section, or at least show them. The first relational operator is the equality operator, the double equal sign. So the double equal sign stands for equality. When you compare two values using the double equal sign, it will return a Boolean value, either true or false. So for example, in this little short program right here, we have hello equals hello. So we're comparing this first string hello with this second string hello, and that will return a Boolean value, true or false. Let's just look and see what it shows just to go through the motions here. So we'll save the program, let's clear the screen, Java C chapter part 1.java, and then Java tab 8 part 1. And you'll see it returns true because the string hello is equal to the string hello, given that the letters are exactly the same. Now, if we change the second hello to a capital H, then the result is going to be different. Let's look at it first, and then I'll discuss why. Compile it and run it again, and we'll see that now the answer is false. Well, that's because the first H in the first hello is lowercase, and the second H, or the first H in the second hello, is uppercase. When Java is making comparisons between strings, it looks at the ASCII value of each letter. So the ASCII value of lowercase h is not the same as the ASCII value of the uppercase h, and that's why you have that discrepancy. And of course, we can also perform the same task with numbers. I'll just write one out real quick. 2 equals 2. I won't run this. You can guess what's going to happen there. The next relational operator that we're going to discuss is the greater than sign. And again, you can probably guess exactly how that's going to work. Let's just replace this equality statement with the greater than statement. So 2 greater than 2 is going to be false. If we compare hello with hello greater than, it will depend on if the ASCII value of lowercase h is greater than the ASCII value of the uppercase h. If so, then their statement is true, otherwise it's false. The next operator we have is greater than or equal to. So here, let's go back to the numeric statement again. Here we have 2 greater than equal to. That will return true. If we change it to greater than equal to 3, that will return false. And the same sort of comparison can be done with strings, and it will again depend on the ASCII value of the letters in the order of comparison. And what I mean by that, the order of comparison will be the first letter of the first word compared to the first letter of the second string, and then the second letter to the second letter to the third letter to the third letter. That's how the comparison is done. Okay, after greater than or equal to, then we have less than. So here we have 2 less than 3, and of course that's true. Whereas if we reversed it and said 3 less than 2, it would be false. You can imagine how the less than works. And then we have less than or equal to. I forgot to caption it there, so let me go back up and put a caption there. And here we have less than or equal to. And again here, if we said 2 is less than or equal to 3, that would be true. But if we turned around and said 3 is less than or equal to 2, that again would be false, because 3 is not less than or is it equal to. The last relational operator is not equal to. Let's go back and look at our strings again. Hello not equal to hello would return true, since the h in the second string is uppercase and the h in the first string is lowercase. We can always do these comparisons with variables because the values of the variables are what are compared. So if I had, for example, let's look at a simple example. String password equals password. And then I had another string, my password equals, and then we compared these two. That comparison would be true because these two variables do not contain the same values. They differ by one letter. So the ASCII comparison would return false. So that's an overview of the relational operators that we'll use in making decisions in Java. As we get into the decision-making statement, the if statement, we'll see a lot more use of the relational operators, and you'll have a better chance to work with them and get used to how they operate. When we have an expression such as password not equal to my password, that's considered a relational expression. And for some situations, a single relational expression will do and is all you need to make a decision. But sometimes you're going to need to combine more than one relational expression, two or more. And in that case, you're going to need another operator to do that comparison, and those are called the logical operators, and we're going to talk about those in the next lesson.